I met Tracy probably about 10 years ago. I was at the Westchester TEDx. I had done the one the year previous, and they had asked if I wanted to come sit in the audience, so I did, and I went down to the floor after it was finished and wanted to talk to a friend of mine who was also speaking that night, and ended up turning around and there was Tracy, and we met, chatted for a few minutes, and then we started running into each other after that. It was interesting. It was kind of on the speaking circuit where we would be at the same events, speaking at the same events, and just started to talk and started to recognize that we were doing a lot of similar work. Tracy and I had the very first conversation that really lent itself to the work we're doing now together was about women struggling to say no. Overbooking ourselves, working, from sun up to sundown, not giving ourselves a break. Self-care is an issue. So we were actually supposed to meet at the Philadelphia Women's Conference, and that morning I had literally gotten off of a red eye from Seattle. I was at another event, and she had a long week as well, and we both messaged that next morning when we were supposed to meet for coffee. I literally got up, tried to take a shower, and everything was spinning, and I thought, nope, can't do it. So I messaged her. I said, Tracy, I hate to do this. I have nothing left. I can't do it. And she said, oh, thank you, because I was feeling the same. And it ended up really being the catalyst for bringing us together to talk about, this is real. This is an issue. I think we're seeing a lot of burnout. We're seeing a lot of people just stretched really thin. And what can we do to help support that? One word I would use to describe Tracy, I don't know if there is just one word. She is just so many things. But I will go with beautiful. And I mean that, yes, she's beautiful from the outside, but there's something about Tracy internally that she brings real beauty when she walks in a room from the inside out. She helps other people feel seen, and she gives other people the opportunity to show up as themselves. And to me, that's a beautiful thing, because you don't see it as much today. Gosh, Tracy is one of the most generous people I know. I have seen many instances, and one, I'll give you an example when I saw Tracy's generosity the most. We were at a Lifting Your Voice event, which is our program that we do together, and there were a couple moments of where people were really holding space for each other. There were some people going through some stuff. And I watched her come off the stage and go down to someone who was sitting quietly with tears coming down their face. And the way she leaned in and just held space for her in that moment was amazing. And it was a true testament to the way she gives of herself. Tracy's spiritual. She is a person that believes in the greater good. She's somebody who wants to give back, wants to give of herself, wants to just make life better for other people. And I think that's innate for her. That's just something that she shows up with every single time I've seen her. What brings us together in moments is an awareness, I think, of recognizing what's happening around us. And I think there's a real selflessness that Tracy has that I recognize as one of her strengths. And it's the ability to be quiet, to just sit with someone. And that was a lot of what we did with Kristen, I think, is to just say, hey, real empathy is saying to someone, I'll sit in it with you for as long as it takes. And not having to fix it, because there's no fix in situations like that. I think that, we have moments of where we want to make it better. We're human fixers. Everybody wants to make it better. I think one of Tracy's gifts is her ability to be in a space of empathy with others and to just sit in that. And that's really what we're about. A lot of what we do in Lifting Your Voice is being able to hold space where other people might not find space to be able to show up with their stuff. Tracy's story is amazing. Everybody has a story. She's gone through some stuff. And I think that does two things. And I think for some people it can break them, or it can allow them to bring that to their everyday life as a strength, and to recognize, what she needs the most is also what other people need. And that's powerful. One of the things I love about Tracy is what you see is what you get. What you see on air, Tracy Davidson showing up and doing her thing, is who she is. She's not two different people. And the beauty of that is that Tracy is real. She shows up as herself, and she's very funny too. She's got a really great sense of humor, which I think sometimes you might not see on air, but she's very genuine. She really is the same. Tracy and I, we have fun conversations, and we're very open and honest with each other. So we'll jump on the phone and, talk through an event coming up, and we do a check-in always in the beginning, how are you? How you doing? How you doing really? And, I've gotten to see inside some of that, and her ability to just kind of roll with the punches, I mean, she has bad moments like the rest of us, and she can laugh through it though. And I think talk about a strength. That's pretty cool, when you can laugh through that. My sincerest wish for Tracy is a long life of a whole lot of love and a whole lot of joy, because that's what she brings to other people. I hope that she really knows how much she's loved, because she really is.